Hello everybody and welcome to another Black Ops 3 commentary. I am Grant with Team CSTN and I'm bringing you something a little different today. I'm going to be showing you some of my class setups. So in this, I'm not sure if you guys are really interested, but in a few of my games I've done extremely well and I've kind of honed in on a few of the attachments and things that I like to use for these weapons, and I actually switch between my perks periodically. One of my games will be posting the next few days. I literally go like 35 and 4. I do some pretty decent games and I use some pretty interesting setups that I don't see many people using. So in this video I will be showing you what we will be going what I like to use, what I like to use in my score streaks and everything like that. So let's jump right in. And my first one, my very favorite weapon, is the only one I have gold right now, and I just recently got the gold, by the way. Oh yeah, it is absolutely awesome. I've also prestiged the weapon twice, which is freaking awesome. So you come in here, you can see I've prestiged it 2 times. I have some odd 1,000 something kills with this weapon. It is a freaking beast. You can see there my clip has the legendary clip on it. I forget what it's called. It's called the Spitfire clip, which is pretty neat. It's got like a zipper on it or something. It just kind of looks a little different. I don't think you really notice these things until you really like go in to inspect people's weapons and maybe even look at the camos that they've created. But this is definitely one of my very favorite weapons. I don't really like to use an optic for it. If I did, I've used the reflex just a little bit. I used that when I had to do the 6 attachment camo, but it's about the only one. I don't really find any need to use any of the other varieties on this particular weapon. It is an amazing iron sight. It is just perfect in and of its own. And I also want to say that this gun really is similar to this other weapon. It's called VMP. I believe I will have it set up right here. It really reminds me of this weapon. It's just like the big dad version of this little SMG here. But we will get back to that in just a moment. I like to use the extended clip just simply because sometimes this gun is just amazing at spray firing, and you can get 2, 3, 4, 5 kills just by doing that. It's extremely accurate even when it's spray firing. I like to use the stock just to give the extra mobility. I think that attachment is just invaluable. You should have it on every single assault rifle class that you set up. And then I like to use the foregrip. Just sometimes I go for like those long shot kills, stuff like that, and just be able to kind of burst it and make sure your aim is going to stay perfect is awesome. However, a few attachments that I think get overlooked quite a lot, and especially it's a lot different now in this game, is the laser sight. Laser sight is an absolute beast in this game. It is extremely nice. I don't find high caliber to be that great. That and Full Metal Jacket, it's kind of interesting. I understand that this is supposed to be like, it says headshots do increase damage, but a headshot is a headshot and it should be a freaking kill. Regardless, then if you come down here, fast mags is great as well. If you do fast mags and extended mags, which you can do, which is freaking awesome, that is a deadly combination. And long barrel gets overlooked quite a lot as well in this game. If you're playing regular mode and use long barrel, absolutely amazing. And the MAA7 is another weapon you should use the long barrel on, and rapid fire. Rapid fire is pretty darn sick. I don't find that it's 100% necessary with this HVK, but on a few other weapons it definitely is. And suppressor is always kind of fun to put on there regardless. And I love the fact that all of these weapons just have amazing looking different sniper, different silencers, different grips. Everything is different on every single one. So getting into, and also on this one I use Ghost. Ghost is the first of my first prestige. It's the one thing that I unlocked. I will always use this. It is absolutely amazing. If I'm not using Ghost, I'm using Sixth Sense. I like Sixth Sense actually quite a lot, and periodically I run them both if I use the perk to get both of the perk 1 and greed things. In this one I like to do the fast hands. I always do fast hands and I always do hardwired. Fast hands is just great because I'm always sprinting. I'm never just walking around the map, so it's so nice to be able to have a faster aim down sight. That is invaluable in this game. And hardwired is just amazing simply because there are so many different types of grenades in this game and whatnot. I do not like to get killed by them, and that literally saves you from them all. It also helps you with the tracker perk and the Sixth Sense perk and all that good stuff. It reduces your digital footprint and whatnot. And then in perk 3, I like Gung Ho. I just like that you can your weapon's basically ready quicker after sprinting, and I just think that is amazing. I've messed around with awareness, as you can see, and awareness is an insanely good perk as well. It is just the roughest perk in the game. If you're playing on maps where there's upstairs and downstairs where people can be below you quite often, you will literally hear their footsteps like they're right next to you. It actually kind of freaks you out a little bit because you're like, where are they, where are they, where are they? But then if you throw on Sixth Sense and you're perk 1, oh my god, that is an insane combination. You know where everyone is almost all the time. It is almost unfair to the point where people maybe have to start using Dead Silence, which is kind of ridiculous. I think that they made awareness quite overpowered, and I like the fact that it's overpowered. It has definitely become very good use for me. It's how I got the 6th perk one. I used Gung Ho and Awareness, and that was freaking amazing. And then in the first slot, I had Ghost and Sixth Sense, and then I had Quick Rot and Hardwired, which was just an insane setup. And this weapon with nothing on it is just as good. If we go down into my next one, this is something that I'm doing a little bit of an experiment with. I like my hybrid classes, and the Brecci is one of the shotguns that, you know, a lot of people hate shotguns in this game simply because this game in particular, are extremely overpowered right now because they just got buffed. But I'm doing this where I use the shotgun and the Dracon sniper rifle, which is, in my opinion, the best sniper rifle in the game. And what's awesome about that is when I'm inside buildings, I switch to the Brecci. When I'm outside buildings, I switch to the Dracon, and it has gotten me some pretty awesome gameplays. I just got the attachment, the Quick Grip, and I've been messing around with that. And on this attachment, in this specific setup, I also like to use, you know, the same perks I have on almost all the time are these 4, but I do switch between Sixth Sense and Ghost periodically. I do switch between Ghost and Awareness, or Gung Ho and Awareness periodically, and I mess around with different lethals and different tacticals. I actually find that the tacticals are better for me versus the lethals. I like to be able to stun multiple enemies when I come into rooms, things like that, but I'm messing around with that on this class. That's just kind of my mess around class. On one of my games, I use the XR2, and I think I labeled it XR2 Destruction, and this is the exact setup I used when I got that gameplay. I use Quick Grip, Foregrip, and Stock. This weapon does not need anything else. Maybe putting on Fast Mags is good, maybe Long Barrel, but that is all I could say. This weapon is one of my very, very favorites. I have not switched this particular class setup since I had that game, and it is just an absolute beast. XR2 is something you need to play with. I also like the fact that in that camo there, you can use the blue camo and it kept the white grips, which I thought looked pretty neat as well. We come down here, my last video that I just put up, not yesterday, day before, I used this setup where I had the VMP, I used the Quick Draw, and I used the, I want to say, was it the Stock? I want to say I had those two things. It's Quick Draw and Foregrip. Sorry, that was what I used. And I also used the Dracon, and I got an absolutely amazing, amazing video. You guys should definitely check that out in the, it was like 2 days ago in my uploads. It is absolutely amazing. That game was so much fun. As we come down here, this is my next setup. I like using the Kuda SMG. It is my favorite SMG out of all of them. I also have the legendary Quick Grip here, which is pretty nice, called the Mongoose. I think it looks pretty cool compared to the other one. And then I like to use the Foregrip as well. I like the fact that it's at an angle too. That's pretty awesome, along with the Dracon. That is another amazing hybrid setup. And down here, this is my beast. This is a gun that is literally a mix between a LMG, an assault rifle, and a sniper rifle. This thing is an absolute terror to fight against. I love the weapon to death. I want to get long barrel because I actually got another type of long barrel. It's a legendary one. I want to see what it looks like on this weapon. But on this one, I use the Quick Draw, the Grip, and the Stock. I don't really find a use for many of the other things. I have messed around with laser sight on this weapon, which is pretty darn cool, and high caliber and full metal jacket just to see what it was like. And this gun can literally be like a 1 or 2 shot kill in regular mode, let alone being a 1-shot kill here in hardcore, which I normally play, as you guys know. But absolute beast weapons. I've also been messing around with my specialists, and if we come in here, I have just about maxed out this one. Almost at the Hornet. I need to just unlock the ABIN, and I just need to get 2 rapid kills after doing my vision pulse. And then if I go into doing the Sparrow, all I need to do is we just need to get 2 rapid kills, or 3 times with the Sparrow, and I will have the yellow camo, which is all I have left to do on that. As you guys know, this is my favorite specialist out of all of them. I want to mess around a little bit with Ruin, and my next favorite is Seraph, and then I like Spectre. He is an absolute beast. I have not unlocked him in this Prestige yet, though, because I have just been working on Outrider setup. But and then my score streak wise, I really just messed around with UAV, Care Package, Cerberus, and Talon. With my first Prestige, I had unlocked them all, and I've been messing around with a lot of them. I do a game where I had the Guardian and Hardened Sentry. I think those are two absolutely amazing score streaks, but the issue is they kind of get taken down fairly quickly, and that's kind of annoying to me, where the Cerberus and Talon are just invaluable because they generally give me tons of kills. They're fun to mess around with, and it really frustrates people when you kill them, and that is my main goal, is to frustrate people. Wraps just isn't good enough yet, and that's unfortunate. Wraith is decent, but if someone has a rocket launcher, they're going to take it down in a couple shots. GI unit is interesting. I haven't had more than one gameplay with that, but the issue is it kind of goes off on its own. It's very strong, but it's very slow, and that is just a bummer. And Mothership just takes too darn long to get, too expensive, and doesn't last long enough. And the fact that 2 other people can drive it and steal your kills kind of is annoying as well. The Dart is my nemesis. I literally suck at flying this thing unlike anything else in the entire game. I'm horrible with this little thing. I don't know how people are good with it. I have not learned how to use that thing quite yet, as you guys have seen if you've been watching my videos. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more daily content. If you guys have any questions or anything, please leave those comments down in the comment section. And I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Thank you so very much for watching. See ya.